Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a review on the Fit Me Matte+Poreless foundation. Now, I have been testing this foundation out for over a month now, and I've been testing it on different types of weather because Vegas has been really crazy. So I've had cold days and really hot days, so I've seen how it holds up through all the climates. Now, my first impression of this was that the color was perfect. Perfect color. I wear the shade 120 Classic Ivory, and it is light enough to match me and yellow undertoned enough to match me, which I feel like a lot of light foundations, for example the CoverGirl Ready Set Gorgeous in 110, which would have been my shade, is too pink, and I find like a lot of foundations are just too pink for my skin, because usually when you're lighter you're pinkier, but not me. So the struggle. So this foundation, that was the first thing that I was like, wow, that matches. That's really, really good. So second of all, I noticed that it's not completely matte. It's more of a satin finish. So it's not dewy like the regular Fit Me, but it's not matte. It gives you more of a your skin type of look, type of sheen to it. I don't know how to explain it, but it looks like velvety. If you've ever used Makeup Forever HD, you know how the finish is just kind of more your skin finish instead of matte or dewy, it's just in the middle. Well, this is what that reminds me of. Not the actual foundation, but the finish. I would say the coverage is medium to buildable. Yeah, it's a buildable medium. So I can't really quite get it to full coverage because I don't put a ton on, because this foundation does tend to look like foundation sometimes. I put some Fix Plus on top and it kind of just, helps that, but on its own it does look like foundation. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, her skin's so perfect, she never wears foundation. No, it's kind of like her foundation looks really, really nice and natural. That type of look. So I do wear this every day, and I do really, really like it, and it holds up. So it holds up about 5 hours solid, and it's good. After 5 hours, I tend to see a little bit of rubbing off right here, blotchiness just right here, just for some reason, just right here. But I gotta be fair, I work with kids, and kids like to touch my face. And after I've been working with the kids, I do notice the foundation has held up okay, because after being touched for hours, But apart from that, this foundation is really, really good. Now, as far as oil control, I would say this does a good job. An okay job. I don't see a lot of oil seeping through, but then again, I do have normal skin, so I don't get super, super oily throughout the day. And I do set it. I set it with my Mineralized Skin Finish Natural by MAC. I set that. But I set all my foundations, so it's not just this one. I set all my foundations, and I do feel like this one holds up pretty well. So apart from the blotchiness, after 5 hours, this is pretty good. I don't feel like it separates around my nose too much. I don't feel like it clings to dry patches a lot, because I tend to get kind of dry right here. And although it does, it doesn't do any worse than any regular foundation. It just, it looks normal. And I really appreciate that. It doesn't feel like it dries out my skin. And again, it doesn't make me feel super oily or yucky. And I can't really feel it on my face. It feels really natural. Sometimes I'll be like, did I put makeup on? And then I'll be like, oh yeah, I did. Because it feels really, really nice. So if you're looking for an everyday foundation, nothing that will take you all night or anything, this is a really good foundation. It looks really good. It looks natural, not quite as natural as a BB cream would probably, but it does look really good, and the coverage is really nice. And I have really, really liked this foundation. Now, I'll show you a little swatch. So as you can see, it's pretty smooth, and it does blend in pretty easily. I do have to work with it quickly though. So, because it will like start setting, you know, I want to start setting, so you have to work with it quickly. I use my It Cosmetics brush in 206, and it's just a round buffing brush, and just buff it in. But I have used it with a beauty blender, and it also looks really nice with that. It gives you a little bit of a lighter coverage, but still looks really, really nice, and it does look more natural that way. That way you don't really see like the foundation as much. I am wearing the foundation right now, so this is what it looks like. You can see it really has a really pretty look to it, and it really blends in with my skin, so you can see the skin tone pretty matched. So, those are my thoughts on this foundation. I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like to see any more videos like this, subscribe to my channel. And if you have any suggestions for any future videos, please leave it in the comments down below. I would really appreciate that. And I really hope you guys are having a really amazing day. And I send you tons of kisses. See you guys in my next video. Bye.